Have you ever wondered what it would be like to have supervision, enhanced hearing, extraordinary reflexes, to be, dare we say, superhuman? Well, Roku's new Pro Series TV can't do any of that for you. But with a 4K screen, side-firing speakers, and a blazing fast refresh rate, it'll sure feel like it. Elevate your entertainment using all your favorite apps like iHeart and play all your music, radio, and podcasts with the new Roku Pro Series. Your senses aren't better. Your TV is.
Ryan Seacrest here. When you have a busy schedule, it's important to maximize your downtime. One of the best ways to do that is by going to ChumbaCasino.com. Chumba Casino has all your favorite social casino games like spin slots, bingo, and solitaire that you can play for free for a chance to redeem some serious prizes. So hop on to ChumbaCasino.com now and live the Chumba life. Sponsored by Chumba Casino.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
Hey, don't tell anybody. John, Jay, and Rich gave me their personal cell phone number.
Where's my freaking phone?
877-937-1047. It's John, Jay, and Rich.
It's John, Jay, and Rich. Our phone number is 877-937-1047. The text line, you text JJR and whatever you want to say to the number 96893. So many texts right now about people who had a murder on their street. So many. And we were talking about Kermit the Frog doing the commencement speech. Looks like Kermit's the speaker at the University of Maryland's commencement ceremony. That's wild. Anyway.
I'd be excited about that if I was a student there.
And how do they do that? Do they just have like they have to make the podium extra big so that the puppeteer can hide?
Dude. So yesterday we had it was a pretty cool moment. We had a band in the studio. They performed yesterday. They performed last night at the Van Buren. And they come and they hung out with us, and then they performed in our little special studio. And I believe it's a podcast. Has our interview with them? I would assume it's yesterday's podcast. No? Anyone know? Afterwards? Yeah, it is. Okay, it was afterwards podcast. The band is called Johnnyswim. And while we're talking to the band, their husband and wife, really nice people, it comes out that the daughter, or the woman, the wife, Amanda, she's the daughter of Donna Summer, disco legend. And then somehow, I didn't know this till this morning, that Payton, you had like some epiphany.
Yeah. So yesterday, everyone, we were in the podcast, and I'm sitting next to Kyle, and everyone's talking about Donna Summer, and this is Donna Summer's daughter. And in my head, I'm like, who's Donna Summer? Right? But you guys are talking about her like she's this iconic artist, right?
She's a disco queen.
Yeah,
she's a queen. Remember, because her husband said royalty?
Yeah, and that's what. And so I was very confused for the majority of it when we were talking about that. So after I had asked Kyle, I was like, Kyle, who is Donna Summers? And she started singing a Donna Summer song to me, and I was like, oh, I totally know that song.
Okay, wait, it's Donna Summer.
Yeah.
Not Summers.
Sorry, Donna Summer.
What song did you start singing to her, Kyle?
It's like, ooh, love to love you, baby. Ooh. And the Payton was like, oh my God, I know that song. I know that. I'm like, I bet you know a lot of her songs, quite honestly.
I bet you know tons of her songs.
So I get into the car, and I'm like, I wonder which Donna Summer songs I know. So I start scrolling, and then I come across this song, and I'm like, this can't be Donna Summer. So I click on it, and it just instantly transported me back to when I was 8 years old, and I danced. And the most traumatizing thing ever happened to me. And what had happened, it was to this song.
This is a slam.
Literal me, just 8 years old, dancing. And I'm looking in the crowd, and all of a sudden I see everybody's hands start covering their mouths. And I'm like, what's going on? And I see my mom in the background pointing down. And my entire top fell off.
Oh my God. Oh, that is humiliating.
They didn't stop the track and tell you to cover up.
Oh my goodness, someone. And so I pulled it. I'm holding my shirt up, and I remember my mom wasn't the person that was helping me put my costume on. And I remember my mom was a little concerned about that, making sure it was safety pinned in the right way. So I remember I finished the dance, and I was holding it. I finished the dance, and then I wanted to go back out and do it again. And then I forgot my dance completely. And then from that moment on, I never danced ever again. I told my mom, I said, I want to play basketball. I don't want to wear these little dresses and tap shoes. I hate it here.
Wait, so you went out again? You went out again to do it again?
Yeah.
And then forgot how to do the dance.
I literally went out and got it.
So it's twice as traumatizing.
That's so
You think once your
sad.
top came down, you walked off the stage, you're done.
You blocked this whole genre out of your brain.
Yeah. Bet you guys didn't know I used to dance back in the day.
Did you listen to any other Donna Summer songs to recognize them all? There's so many.
I listened to On the Radio.
Oh, which is great.
Which was, I've never heard that song actually because I sent the pictures like in our family group chat, and my grandma was like, "Did they find you on the radio? Get it? Wink, wink."
Telephone and funny on the radio.
Yeah, it was a good song.
And then there's that someone left the cake out in the rain.
That's in Beetlejuice, the new Beetlejuice. They play that.
You know that song?
No, I'm familiar from Beetlejuice. But
She doesn't do It's Raining Men, right?
No, that's Weather Girl.
What else does she have?
Well, she does that song with Barbara Streisand. I said, your mom outsang Barbara Streisand on that. Enough is enough is enough. It's a great song.
Is there? We don't
Super
have Donna.
up-tempo.
You don't have like back in the day. You had that iPod hooked up with all this music.
It's a little slower now, but I can grab something.
Because I just want to be. I want people to be like, oh yeah.
my trauma was brought back to me yesterday.
I think my favorite part of the podcast yesterday is when we addressed Johnnyswim's name.
Yeah, that was awesome.
You totally know this.
You have to listen to the podcast to find out why they call themselves Johnnyswim. Oh, this is a legendary song.
I think this is probably the biggest one.
This is their biggest song? No way.
I think so. I can look here in a
Let's get
second.
to some lyrics. Maybe I'll know it then.
Well, back then we had long intros, so DJs could talk up the intros.
I don't know, guys. Get it, Kyle? I'll get a little concert
Could
over
you not
here.
know this is like in a gajillion movies,
Okay.
too?
I just asked ChatGPT or Google. I said, what's the biggest Donna Summer hit? Hot Stuff, Bad Girls, and Last Dance.
Last
Dance. That's Last Dance. See, you know that song.
I know that one.
Yeah, so that's one of her biggest songs.
That's at all the weddings.
Yes. Oh, it's probably in the middle of the night.
This would be a big karaoke song, too. You know this jam right here.
So we interviewed her daughter yesterday, and it was really cool.
They were so nice. They really I didn't know a whole lot about them, honestly, them coming in, and they just won me over. Like, I'm a fan now.
I could tell. That's why I could tell. I was like, I booked it all, so I planned it all, and I was kind of like, Nick did, but I'm the one that brought the band in, and I was kind of like excited that it went as well as it went.
It went
It was
really great.
awesome. I actually got a little teary-eyed at one point. I literally told Kyle, I was like, I'm about to cry. And it was because they were singing, but together, like, they're married, right? They have this family, and just the way that they look at each other while they're just in their element, I'm like, to just be able to love someone in that way, like, is just such a blessing.
It
I
was
see
so
that
cute. I told
when
you.
Rich looks at me.
Yeah.
I
see
wanted
that.
to take a picture and do one of those memes, like find someone that looks at you.
Yeah.
Like these two look at each
It
other
was
and they
so-
sing.
yeah,
I think what
so
you're picking up
special.
is, I got an eye twitch because of you.
This is an idea.
That won't go away.
The band we're talking about is called Johnnyswim, right? They've been around for like 10 years. Anyway, this is the Last Dance. This is the best part.
So let's dance.
Come on now.
Let's dance. Let me turn it up in my headphones. Let's dance. Let's dance. Let's dance tonight.
So we interviewed Donna Summer's daughter yesterday. She's in the band Johnnyswim, and they were great. They performed at Van Buren last night, and they were awesome. So check them out. Okay, now let's switch gears, shall we? Rich, how did you phrase this? You got the call that no one wants to get, or something?
It's true. My old roommate, when I lived in San Diego, called me yesterday, and she said, I need to call you. I hope you're in a place where you can talk, because I need to tell you that our friend Pat just lost his battle with cancer.
Oh, that's
I'm
so
sorry.
sad.
So I'm quiet for a second, and I'm trying to figure out who she's talking about, because it doesn't really ring a bell off the top of my head when she says Pat lost his battle with cancer. And I said, what kind of cancer? And she said prostate cancer. And so I reached for a clue to see if I can figure out who she's talking about, because obviously I know I lived with my roommate for 5 years. We probably had the same exact friend group. And I said, he was so young. And she's like, not really. He was retired. He wasn't really young, but he did work at a hospital, and he was a really good doctor. So you would think that he would get checked more often. So I'm quiet for a minute. I'm like, well, thanks for calling me. And so I go and hang up, and I look up to see if I have his name in my phone, because for my whole life I've been a producer or a radio person that keeps contacts, and I could not find Pat's name in my contacts. So I'm thinking, either I don't remember somebody who was a pretty good friend of mine, or my roommate thinks I know somebody who died, and I have no idea who it is. So I go look up the picture, don't recognize him. I look up the service, and I call Stacy, and I'm telling her, and she is no help at all. She's just laughing her head off that I don't remember somebody that passed away. And I'm like, do I send flowers to the funeral? So it's a day later, and I've looked up. I'm not connected to them on Insta or Facebook. Or Facebook for that matter. I have no idea who Pat is, but I'm very sorry for his family. I'm almost 100% sure I have no idea who this is.
Oh my gosh.
Not even close.
You could have played Last Dance for them.
You need to insert that Keke Palmer quote.
What's that?
I do not know that man. I'm sorry to that man.
I think I'm pretty good with names.
Are you going to the funeral?
I think I'm pretty good with my friends. I'm pretty sure I remember the people in my life. I don't think I don't really forget people, do I? I don't think so.
I don't think that's not like you.
So she may be crazy. I think my roommate might be crazy. But it was like, I needed to call you. I knew you would be upset. And I'm upset for Pat and his family. If you're listening, Pat and his family, my thoughts and prayers. But I don't think I know Pat. I'm pretty sure I don't know Pat.
It's wild.
I don't even know what to compare this to because I've never had something like this happen to me before. Where it's like, wow, that's a really sad story. I don't know anything about him, but okay.
I like how you played it off like it's your roommate. It's someone you know. You could be like, who's Pat?
Right.
I was going to, but I'm like, obviously, I got to figure this out. I need a beat. So I was just kind of going down the road.
That's the Pisces in you.
Yeah. He was so young. No, he wasn't. He retired. So I hung out with a retired doctor when I was, in my 20s in San Diego. Doesn't ring a bell.
What are you looking for in a new smart TV? 4K picture quality, high quality and immersive sound, a sleek design? All of those are givens, but only the new Roku Pro Series has all of those and the Roku streaming experience, an award-winning OS. Get fast, easy access to all your apps like iHeart, where you can stream all your favorite music, radio, and podcasts all day, and regular all-inclusive trips to Roku City. The new Roku Pro Series, a smart TV built by the streaming pros.
For some of us, personal finances aren't just personal. They include a lot more people than ourselves. Loved ones, neighbors, the communities we call home, and the causes we hold in our hearts. At Thrivent, we help plan your financial picture with the bigger picture in mind. Because even though our business is helping guide your finances, our ambition is to make it mean so much more. Thrivent, where money means more. Connect with us at Thrivent.com.
Hello, it is Ryan, and we could all use an extra bright spot in our day, couldn't we? Just to make up for things like sitting in traffic, doing the dishes, counting your steps, all the mundane stuff. That is why I'm such a big fan of Chumba Casino. Chumba Casino has all your favorite social casino-style games that you can play for free anytime, anywhere with daily bonuses. That should brighten your day a little. Actually, a lot. So sign up now at ChumbaCasino.com. That's ChumbaCasino.com.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. See terms and conditions. 18+.